monsters! What are they doing here?
They must have found their way here from deeper in the mines.
This will serve as a good opportunity for me to demonstrate my capabilities. My style of combat is different than that of a typical human. My body is constantly being supplied with crystal energy, so I do not use mana. I have great speed and stamina, allowing me to strike many times whenever I attack an enemy. However, whenever I attack or use a skill, my heat level rises. As it rises, I become stronger, but there is also a risk of overheating my systems. Let us proceed to a demonstration. Press the button each time I begin to glow to trigger additional attacks. You did well. Whenever I attack or use a skill, my heat level rises. As it rises, I become stronger, but I run the risk of overheating myself. I also possess the ability to change the positions of enemies. By using my juggle skill, I can move this enemy to the other side of the battle. Let me demonstrate my impact strikes. For this attack, press the button repeatedly. Try to keep the indicator in the yellow area for maximum damage. Now, let us finish disposing of these errant monsters.
You are as effective as you.
I hate that Risa. She barely even goes to Mass, but was still always Mom's favorite.
We need to give Rojo the water samples, Crispel. He can't repair the cathedral glass without it.
Hello, Mr. Rojo. We brought the mineral water.
Well, I see you're as good as your word. It's nice to see that someone around here is.
How long do you think the repairs will take?
I don't imagine it should be too long. Just hold on tight. And there we have it. Good as new.
This is impressive handiwork.
It worked! The mural is fixed!
Crispel, why don't you try approaching the altar now?
It's working!
That leaves just 2 more cathedrals to visit. one in Cinder, and one in CRISTALES. Although, I think we still have a little bit of unfinished business here.
Uncle Wilhelm, there you are.
Oh, hi, Risa. What are you doing here?
She just said she was looking for me. What is it, Risa? Is everything okay?
Not exactly. The memorial service for Mom is about to start. But I'm worried that our dear Auntie Rallis is going to try something. Lucio and I haven't found any concrete evidence to use against her yet. But after what we all saw in the museum, I just know she had something to do with Mom's death.
I see. Crispel, I knew Gladys for a long time. She was more than just a close friend. She was like a sister to me. I'd really like to attend this memorial service. And maybe we can help straighten out whatever's going on with them.
Say no more, Maestro. We understand. And Risa, of course will help. Great! The memorial service is being held at the Orowitz Mansion on the north side of town. I'll see you all there. This sensation...
You are...
I hate...
I told you, there's nothing that I can't repair.
I'll see you all there.
Hold on, Crispel. We have important matters in the cathedral.
I recognize some of these things. Normally when I pass by a city, all the people and things have disappeared into the flow of time.
Maybe this is a strange question, Mr. K, but does that mean you don't have any friends?
I have had many friends, but it is not the same with me as it is with you. Once I really know a person, that is enough for me. Then I move on.
That sounds really sad.
I don't feel that way. After all, humans have such short lives that there are always new people to know.
Dad has been very...
The city become... But
Another Sindarian. In Tulira?
What? Sorry, I was just...
Slow down. Take a breath. Or pass out, I suppose.
I'm so sorry. I was just...
Looking at Joseph.
What? No! Is it that obvious?
Only for those with eyes. You've clearly been staring at him.
Ignore him. So, you're in love with Joseph, is it?
Shh! He might hear us.
Doubtful. He appears to be as focused on himself as you are on him.
No! That's not how Joseph is! At least, he didn't used to be. What do you mean? We were very close when we were little. He was actually the only one who treated me nicely when I got here. I just don't know what's happened. Do you think you could speak with him?
Well, he was my student. I suppose I can talk to him. But that's not the Joseph I remember.
I know he's changed, but deep down, he's got to be the same person. It's just that ever since his mother died, It's all that Oroitz's woman's fault. She even stole my mirror.
Gladys?
No! Miss Gladys was so supportive of him. Of us! I mean, Rallis.
I see.
Fear not! What nobler cause could there be than true love? We'll help you. It's our sacred duty.
Sacred duty? Humoring a lovesick girl whose notable skills include staring at people for an uncomfortably long time and misplacing mirrors? Stop. Things never get better when you speak. I'll go talk to Joseph.
I remember how
It's been a long time, Joseph.
Master Wilhelm, you're back? Are you tutoring anyone else? Risa could certainly use some help. She's been worthless since Mother died.
Huh. Has she also forgotten her manners? Or is that just you?
Whatever. What do you want?
From you? It appears you have nothing of any worth to give. Unfortunate.
Then go away, fool. Who asked you to come back anyway?
You can't.
Stop, boy. Words won't work. However, there might be something we can find to help change his attitude.
But where do we start?
Saul said Joseph hasn't always been this way, especially not with her. Perhaps we should see for ourselves. Matthias?
An excellent idea. To the past I go.
Joseph, stop that! Why are you treating Saul that way? That's not like you.
But Mother! She's a Sindarian! The twins were mocking me for being friends with her!
It doesn't matter where she's from. You know that. And since when do you pay attention to what they think anyway? Ignore all of that. Do you like this girl?
I do. A lot.
Then stop being such a ridiculous brat and go to her. Here, give her this.
A mirror?
A very special mirror. If you focus, it can show you a vision of the future.
It's not working. Wait. I see. We look happy together. Very happy.
You see? Now, if you're quite done being so profoundly foolish, I suggest you go find that girl.
I really like her.
He used to be a nice kid.
So it seems. Still, something is missing. And where's that mirror? I want to have a look at it.
That must be the mirror Soul said Rallis took. I think it's the mirror we found.
Interesting. From what we've heard, the mirror was imbued with powerful magic. In its current state, though, it's worthless. It needs to be repaired.
We could ask Rojo.
No good. He's got his hands full repairing the mural.
Then what about his son? Rohizo, I think it was?
Crispel's right. Maybe we should try talking to him.
Then let us speak with Rohizo.
Oh, you're the outsiders that Dad gave the tools. What can I do for you?
Hello, Rohizo. We were wondering if you could help us fix this mirror.
I'm not as skilled as Dad, but I'm pretty good with glass. Let me take a look. Interesting. It's not like anything I've ever seen, but it's familiar. I think I've read about this in a book before. Is this a magic mirror?
Correct. You're well versed in Tuliran artifacts. Do you think you can repair it?
I have most everything here, but I remember thinking you would need something peculiar to create a mirror like this. So, to fix it, you'd need that too. What was it?
I suspect you're thinking of rainbow water.
Rainbow water? Yes, exactly. I had forgotten.
Wonderful. What you have forgotten is only the single most important component. This does not bode well. However, let me give you some insight.
Oh no. Here's worry.
Agua Prisma, or rainbow water, is a crucial component in the creation and repair of certain objects imbued with time magic. Because the rainbow water itself is infused with the magic of the mineral pools, it is uniquely suited to contain the powerful time energies required.
Oh, interesting. So, can you get some of that stuff?
Indeed. We already gave your father the samples he required. Getting more will be no trouble.
Great! I'll get everything ready, and we can start when you bring back the sample.
Hello, travelers. Have you met my people? Hello, travelers. Hello, travelers. Hello, travelers. Hello, travelers. Hello, travelers. I'm here to offer you an assortment of... Hello, travelers.
Seems like you can...
Sure.
Do you want to land here, Chris?
Yes.
So, we need a sample for Rohizo, right?
Yes. I think one will be enough.
This should be no problem. Just let me in.
That's it.
This sample should do for Rohizo.
My young friend.
What is it? Look out! guys! Why do we always have to fight monsters?
This is their home. We're trespassing. Uninvited, tramping around, making a mess. Is it such a mystery? Here, we're the monsters.
Well, when you put it like that.
I used small words. It helps. And try to remember, there are two sides to every battle. Neither thinks they're the bad guys.
Should we not return to Rohizo now?
Yeah, let's go. I don't want to be the monster here.
Seems like you can.
Sure.
Do you want to land here?
Yes.
Rohizo, we have your water sample.
Just in time. That's all I need to finish the repairs. Give me a second. There you go. As good as new.
Impressive work.
I might not be as good as my dad, but I know my way around these things.
Thanks a lot, Rohizo.
Now, let's go see if we can talk some sense to that Joseph guy.
You again? What now?
Well, as your old mentor, I wanted to give you something. A reminder of the old days. When you were less... this.
What a joke. And how do you figure? Wait. Is this
What do you see?
my future? I'm alone. And she's alone.
Yes. That's because currently, you're an ass and she's a fool. Things will need to change. You'll need to stop being such an ass. This, in turn, will prevent her from being a fool for thinking you're worthwhile. Or continue being insufferable. You'll die alone. More tragically, so will she. Your choice.
I don't.
Tell her how you feel. Who cares if she's a Sindarian? What does anyone else's opinion really matter?
You're right. After my mother died, I was lost, rudderless. I needed someone, anyone I could find, to give me guidance.
I assume you found Rallis?
She appeared out of nowhere, just when I needed her most. She rambled about things that only Mom knew. She kept saying that we needed to distance ourselves from some people, unworthy people. The more she talked, the more it made sense that the only people in Tulira who weren't unworthy were us, the Orowitz. We have power, riches, respect, and they all hate us. Everyone.
Not everyone. Not Soul.
She still believes in me?
She believes that there's still good in you.
Of course she would. That's Soul. I've been such a fool.
Agreed. You are an idiot. Now go and apologize to her.
I will. Thank you, everyone. I'll do better. Be better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to beg for forgiveness.
Thank you all. This feels like a dream to me. I don't have much, but I want you to have this. I don't think I'll be returning to Cinder anytime soon. You might need it more than me.
Thank you, Saul. Also, I think this Rallis woman is up to no good.
Yes! Was it the painfully obvious and abundant clues that tipped you off? Regardless, we need to investigate further. The twins seem to have been collaborating with her, which makes things a bit more interesting.
I'm so sorry. I was an idiot. With everyone. But especially with you.
You are an idiot. And you're gonna make it up to me, even if it takes the rest of our lives.
Dad has been very...
Is there something bothering you?
What? Oh, please, don't bother me. I'm working on something extremely important.
It better be pretty important if you're gonna talk to my friend like that.
Sweetheart, what I'm doing will change the future of Neva Tulira forever.
That does sound important, I guess.
It is, darling. If you insist, I'll tell you about it. I'm going to change how our floats are designed for our annual celebration of the war.
That is literally the least important thing you could have named. I'm not being hyperbolic. There are no less important things than that. None. I almost respect that.
I know! Isn't it amazing? This will be life-changing for everyone in the city. Even better! Since I know I've made such an impression on all you kids, why don't you help me shape that future?
Why? Because doing anything else is empirically more important.
Then you'll do it? Splendid! I asked for ribbons from all over town, but not everyone has given me their contribution yet. If you could all just scoot around Tulira and grab those for me?
But we...
Time is wasting. Go on, shoot.
But...
Stop. Don't bother, Crisbel. We've been outmaneuvered. Somehow. Let's just get her ribbons and be done with this.
That sounds magnificent. Let's see. The store owner promised me a ribbon. So did some of the university students. Brandon has the last one. He's by the Central Monument. I'm sure it won't be any trouble for you strapping young heroes. There's even a reward in it for you. Now, scoot.
It's too bad that only memories can be preserved in sapphires. I guess no one can live forever. It's too bad.
Hello, travelers.
Hello, Elizabeth. Do you have any decorations for a parade card? Miss Drina said you had a ribbon for her.
Oh, the decoration Miss Drina asked for, Meow. You're collecting ribbons for her?
You could say that.
Oh, then here you go, Meow.
Welcome. It's only 200.
Nothing.
Oh.
Lady Gladys was always a philanthropist. Half the things in the museum were donated by her.
Dad has been...
I'm so sorry.
You. Thank you. Hello?
Hmm?
Excuse me, mister. Are you the one that was supposed to give Miss Drina a ribbon for her float?
What? Oh, sorry. Yes, I was supposed to give it to her. Guess I dozed off here instead. Here, you give it to her. It was already enough trouble making the damn thing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of things to do. Now, if you'll...
It's going to be just perfect.
Don't bother. She won't even listen until we have those ribbons.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, kids! Can you help me out? Excuse you? I've been looking for a ribbon. A pretty ribbon. Something really fancy. I mean, it has to be fabulous, you know?
You amaze me. I mean that.
What he was trying to say is, we're helping Drina decorate her float. She said you promised her a ribbon?
Oh, we completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. Could you please hand this to Miss Drina for us?
Thank you.
That's all of them. Let's return to Drina.
She was a...
come on, let's move! This float can't be in the parade alone, right?
Wait, why us?
I'm an artist, not an entertainer. My genius takes place behind the scenes. Anyone can ride the float, and that's you.
I guess it wouldn't hurt. What do you say, Crisbel?
I suppose we can help Mistrina with this. What harm could it do?
Then it's settled. On to the show! That was magnificent! People couldn't take their eyes off my float. I knew it would be a hit. It's a new era in parade technology. Soon I'll be the one in charge of the whole parade. Oh, thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you all hadn't played your tiny, almost inconsequential part.
Right. Anyway, you mentioned a reward?
Of course! Here, my gift to you.
Well, I'm certainly glad we were able to help Mistrina. And riding on that float was kind of fun.
What a curious experience that was. But I cannot deny it was enjoyable.
That's enough reminiscing. We still have more important matters to attend to. Hold on, Crisbel.
Shall we make a record?
I want to...
Ugh, I don't really like being in places this crowded.
They appear to be mourning someone. I have observed this behavior previously.
Gladys must have been a pretty important person. It feels almost like the whole city is gathered here.
She was the head of the Orowitz family. She had a kind heart that cared for everyone, without distinction. And she always put the well-being of Tulira first. She was a good friend.
Shh, it's starting.
Family and friends, we have come together today to mourn the tragic loss of our beloved matron, Gladys Orowitz. May her soul find peace in the warm arms of the Lady. Lady Gladys was an inspiration to us all. I'm sure we each have many stories of her selflessness and kindness. So today, although we mourn, we should also try to celebrate a life well lived. I ask that everyone please come together, take a moment, and share your happy memories of Lady Gladys with each other. Knowing her, I'm sure she would rather be remembered with smiles than with tears.
So what do we do now? Let's go talk to Uncle Lucio.
Glad to see.
I wouldn't miss it for anything.
So,
Are all the attendants ready, my sweet puffs? Are all the attendants... Glad to see you made it, Master Wilhelm.
I wouldn't miss it for anything.
Are all the attendants... Are all the attendants...
When I said I wanted to study in the university, she was the first one to encourage me. She was always like that, bringing out the best in people.
I remember how she was always kind to everyone in town. She even brought me medicine when I was sick.
Lady Gladys was always a philanthropist. Half the things in the museum were donated by her.
She was a great teacher. We're going to miss her.
She was a good person.
I'm glad none of those Sundarians came. I simply don't understand how Gladys could have been so sympathetic towards them.
It's too bad that only memories can be preserved in sapphires. I guess no one can live forever.
Gladys always used to say she wasn't a fan of the war. And she always greeted returning soldiers with the warmest of smiles. I can almost see her now.
I hate that, Risa. I hate that.
You won't get it!
Besides, I can't believe...
There's a picture.
Yes.
She seems... I'm sorry, Wilhelm.
Oh, is that Professor Wilhelm I see? I'm sorry about before, and I believe we haven't been properly introduced. Gladys and I exchanged so many letters over the years that I recognized you instantly. Didn't she have a phrase? A towering intellect in little boys' overalls.
I'm gonna use that.
I have to say, you did an excellent job educating the children. If only Gladys had focused on their manners a little bit more. Anyway, you're welcome to join us during the memorial, but try to not talk too much. It would be rude under the circumstances. I hope you will come by the house for dinner at a more appropriate time.
I definitely will.
Glad to see you.
I wouldn't miss it for it.
So,
Are all the... Glad to see...
I wouldn't mi-
The tension is...
Master Wilhelm, I'm happy you made it. Gladys would have wanted you here.
I'm glad I made it too. Risa let me know what was happening. Have the two of you made any progress on your investigation into Rallis?
Some. Supposedly she was Gladys's cousin, who had been living abroad. Almost no one here seems to remember her, although both the twins vouched for her. I checked and I was able to find some holdings in her name, but I couldn't find anyone who actually recalls seeing her there. No one saw her kidnap Franny either. If we were to confront her now, it would just be our word against hers. And that's where the trail runs cold, I fear. I would ask Gladys about her, but one can't interrogate the dead.
Maybe there's something I can do to help with that.
How so? What do you mean?
I think that's Lady Gladys I see in the past. I may be able to use time magic to find out what she's saying.
Leave it to me, Crisbel.
It warms my heart to see the city prospering like this. My children seem to think I'm invincible, but I won't be here to guide them forever. I suppose there's only one thing left to do. Time to go finish that will I've been working on. Time to go
I should probably tell Mr. Lucio about this.
Crisbel, did you learn anything useful?
I think so, Mr. Lucio. Did you know Lady Gladys left a will?
I knew she started working on one, once, but not what became of it.
my friends, we now have a special announcement. Lady Rallis wishes to address the group.
Today is indeed a very sad day.
Hey, that's the bird lady I saw. I think.
But the Orowitz family must move forward. I'm sure that is what Gladys would have wanted. And to that end, we do have some business that needs to be resolved. The family needs to choose a new matriarch. Before her tragic death, my dear sister Gladys made me promise that I would take care of the family if anything happened to her. She was quite insistent that the family fortune be protected and stay within the family. So, it is with a heavy heart that I nominate myself for the role.
That woman kidnapped my Franny!
And she plotted with the Empress.
And she came out of a magic portal and smashed the mural.
And she... Wait, what? Buki, are you saying you saw what happened?
Yes. No? Maybe. I think. I'm sorry, dearie. My memory hasn't been the same ever since I lost my part.
Maybe Rallis disassembled her to prevent her from telling the story.
If we can find the missing components, I think it should be possible to repair her.
Wow, Kay. Talk about being reliable.
Do you know where the rest of your body might be, Miss Buki?
I'm not entirely sure, but I can still feel around them a bit. They're somewhere salty and dark and full of monsters. Not very pleasant.
That sounds like the depths of the salt mines. Let's go check it out. Just hold tight, Gladys. We won't let this woman ruin your legacy.
When I said I want, she was always...
Lady Gladys was...
The entrance to the mines is to the west, Crispel. Let's go find Buki's missing parts.
Oh, thank you all so much for doing this for me, dearies. Oh, perhaps afterwards I can bake you all some cookies.
Crispel, what do you want to...
I want to record.
You are...
There's an orb.
Oh, I see them. Some of my parts are right there.
Young one, it's an...
Ah, my pearls. Oh, it feels so good to see them again. Once I'm all back together, I'll have to find a proper way to thank you.
No, Crispel! Try it again! No, Great display, Crispel!
The last time I came to this area, there was no cavern here.
These mines have been around for generations. How often do you pass by these places?
I do not measure my life by the same timescales that you do. It is rare for an event to occur that is interesting enough to merit my involvement.
What would be an example of something that's interesting enough?
For example, when a time mage comes to the lake with the head of a witness in her bag.
Yeah, I hear you, Kay. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing that happens that often.
All right, that's enough chit-chat, everyone. We have a job to do.
Indeed. I can sense the faint signal of a witness down here. It must be Buki's remaining parts.
This is the only thing I know how to do. I hope it's helping keep everyone warm in Tulira.
Mining is getting harder with so many monsters lurking around.
We're confined to this tiny space.
I'm glad we found it, but it looks like someone's been here recently.
Judging by the blue crumbles, I'd say the miners have been digging up and grinding small sapphires into dust.
But why would they do that?
A long time ago, there was a group of people in this area who did the same thing. They used the dust for rituals.
How long ago was this?
1,246 years.
I should have known better than to ask.
This seems like a good spot to collect some salt.
Be careful, Crispel, with delicacy.
There we go.
Let us go look for the other one.
there. I don't usually like quite so much salt, but it sure creates a surreal environment. These mines have some sort of ethereal quality to them. It must be the salt taking different shapes, having been molded by hand and magic and time. Or maybe just the ghost roaming around the mine. These mines sure have changed from the last time I visited them.
This seems like a good spot to collect some salt.
Be careful, Crispel, with delicacy.
There we go.
Let us go look for the other one.
2 down. We're ready to go.
Shh. Keep your voice down. Something's coming.
Be ready, mages.
Why do monsters always come for us? There must be a pattern here.
You want to ponder in the middle of these mines?
Sure. Let's go back to Four Eyes.
Oh, there's my body. It's not much to look at, but I am rather fond of it. Oh, thank you so much, children. This whole thing has been such a gosh darn ordeal. Oh, pardon my language.
Let's return to the cathedral. We should be able to reassemble her there.
Crisbel, what do you want?
I want to record.
JKR is inside the cathedral. We should check his progress on...
Give me some time, and I will see if I can reassemble her.
I'm my old self again. Oh, what a relief. Thank you, children.
Miss Buki, do you remember what happened when you first saw Miss Rallis?
Oh, yes, sweetie. Let me just get my memories back in order. Oh. That's too far back. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, no.
What is it?
I remember now. Two people came here. They sprinkled sapphire dust around and chanted some kind of ritual. Then that Rallis woman appeared and said something like, "My resurrection can only be completed by..."
I'll stop you right there.
What?
You again!
Don't be an animal. I'm not here to get my own hands dirty. But I can't allow you to put my client on the spot. It seems like you went to a lot of work rebuilding this machine. I guess I'll let you have some fun with it.
Is she talking about me?
The Empress gave me this device for something else, but I think I'll make use of it here. It makes old technology like this go haywire.
Intruders! I must defend the brood.
Hope you all have fun.
It's going to be nice decorating the cathedral with your bodies.
You can try, you crazy robots!
Careful! The mask seems to be an important part of her fighting style.
Is she dead?
I am not sure that death is the right concept. Her systems have crashed, but she is rebooting.
Enabling startup sequence. Consciousness protocol initialized. Oh dearie me. What just happened? I'm so...
Buki, are you all right?
Yes, I think so. Maybe.
What about her memories? Buki, do you remember what you were saying about Rallis?
Oh, yes, I remember. She said, "My resurrection can only be completed by trading one life for another." Then the two bird people laid something down in a circle of sapphire dust, and one of them said, "Arvo, I brought it. This is Mom's hairband." There was a flash of light, and then that Rallis lady stepped out of a portal. She laughed, and then she smashed the mural. I tried to stop her, but she tore me apart. I'm sorry, my dears. That's all I can remember.
No. Thank you, Miss Buki. You've been very helpful. Come on, everyone. Let's go tell Risa what we've learned.
You are...
Crisbel, what do you want?
I want to